But I'm serious. These are the kind of guys you like to smack in the ass. Smack in the ass.
Pause.
So Joe Rogan recently had on John Fetterman, who is a junior United States Senator from Pennsylvania, and I'm going to give him credit because the guy actually had a stroke and he still managed to get on the Joe Rogan podcast and speak to him for 3 hours unedited before Kamala Harris even managed to do it. So you've got to give credit where it's due. But anyway, Joe Rogan essentially exposes the Democrat plan of what they're trying to do by flying people into all the swing states, which will allow them to essentially change all the swing states to blue states for the indefinite future. And this is what Joe Rogan explains to John Fetterman, and he basically agrees. So let's check it out.
Down because Trump he declared that's a bad deal after it was negotiated with the other side.
But didn't that deal also involve amnesty, and didn't that deal also involve a significant number of illegal aliens being allowed into the country every year? I think it was 2 million people. So it was still the same sort of situation, and their fear is exactly what I talked about, that these people will be moved to swing states, and that will be used to essentially rig those states and turn them blue forever.
Well, I'm not really sure if that's what's in play. I think it's really it's important that we have to have an honest conversation.
But doesn't that seem logical, though? If you have a significant number of people that are being moved into swing states that have come across the border illegally, and then you've provided them with all these services, you provided them with food stamps, EBT, you've provided them with housing. You could, if you gave those people amnesty and allowed those people to vote, and it was very organized. You're talking about 75,000 votes over a few counties that switched everything over to the Republicans. You could see how you import 10 million people over the course of 4 years illegally, and then move a significant number of them to swing states, and then provide them with all these services, and then give them a path to citizenship. You could essentially rig those states.
Undeniably, immigration is changing our nation. I mean, I haven't spent a lot of time in Texas, but it's very clear that immigration has remade Texas, and I think it's for a good thing.
But anyway, let's see what happens when the people who vote for this type of stuff realize they may have to actually deal with it themselves.
I dressed up like I work for Kamala's campaign, and now I'm gonna deliver immigrants to her supporters.
No! We are voting for you, don't worry.
Are you? Of course. We do have a surprise, if that's okay, just real fast.
You have a surprise?
We're looking for a place for them to stay. They just came across. They'll sleep on floors. I mean, they're not picky, you know.
We have like a 2-year-old, so...
Hector's good with kids.
Sorry, we just can't.
Could they just sleep on your lawn?
They need a place to stay. They just came across.
My teenagers live with me.
Oh, that's fine. Hector, he was dating a teenager a little bit ago, so...
Okay.
They just came across. They don't have papers. You're in support of the whole border situation, and we're just trying to get them a floor to sleep on.
We're a house of COVID.
Do you guys want COVID? They said they could survive it.
You really learn how to say her name.
We work with her, so we know how to say her name.
Earlier you said Kamala. The way she pronounces her name is Kamala. You don't work with her either.
See that car? We have 3 dudes who just came across the border. We're trying to find them a home.
Find them a home.
Just say I'm voting for Donald Trump without saying it, okay?
That's a wrong attitude, mister. I said my vote is private.
So you're voting Kamala?
No. You said it again.
I put a lawn sign in my front yard, and I don't think I should be subjected to these fraudulent mailers.
When this 50-year-old Shrewsbury woman put up a Harris wall sign in front of her home, she just wanted to show her support. She never imagined she would be subjected to a campaign dirty trick.
It really creeped me out.
She was dismayed when the mail arrived this week and she received this postcard. It purports to be from the Harris campaign, thanking her for putting up a sign and alerting her a family from Nicaragua would be moving into her home.
That's when I realized it was an obvious attempt to try to either scare me or rage bait me and make me upset.
It's absolutely a scare tactic.
Suffolk.
So I think this prank is absolutely genius, but some people will say, oh well, your house is different to your community. Yeah, obviously it's different, someone being in your house, but if you're in a small community and then you suddenly got thousands of people coming in from different parts of the world all at once, that's going to wreck your community. It's going to be unrecognizable. So it's understandable that people might not want that. And a lot of the people who vote for it, they don't really expect it to happen to them. They just think, oh yeah, it's someone else's problem. And this is a prime example of that.
Kamala did what Kamala always does. She just put her head down and she went to work.
Yeah, boy.
Hi guys, Ricky G here, wellness and beauty influencer. As a celebrity, I know all about stuff, like science and politics. So trust me when I tell you who you should vote for. If you don't vote the right way, that's like a hate crime, and it makes me sad and angry, and I'll leave the country, and you don't want that.
My sister is trans, and she, it's like when someone's like talking about something that directly affects you and they have no skin in the game. None, nada, zero. Like, you know, it's different.
How do you feel about Israel and Palestine?
I mean, I don't think the genocide in Gaza is good.
Do you have skin in the game? So you're upset? You're
about a foreign war, and I'm talking about people's health care.
I'm talking about people's lives. So my mother lives in Israel. My sister, my brother, you have a really strong opinion about Israel. I'm applying your same argument back at you. You don't know what you're talking about. You've got no skin in the game. And
I'm okay.
Okay. You see how that works?
There is actually no logic, one rule for them and another rule for everyone else, and that's why they always run away when you apply their logic to them. But I actually had a debate with someone the other day, and they tried telling me you can't make a decision on anything related to abortions if you're not a woman. And I was like, okay, that's kind of interesting considering your party can't define what a woman is. And they actually got really offended. But what I'm saying makes sense. I'm just repeating back what the party they're voting for has said, and it annoys them.
I'm undecided yet. I will tell you
You're
that.
undecided?
I'm undecided.
Wait, how can you be undecided at this point?
Just a lot of things to take into consideration, and yeah, I'm going to be making a decision here by Tuesday.
So you're going to go? You're not going to do early or mail in or anything like that?
No, I need the time.
You need the time to figure it out?
I need the time to figure it out.
Yeah, this is a very important county.
Oh, very important state.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep, agreed.
How do you think it's going to go? First, the county.
Trump.
And the state.
Trump.
You think so?
I do.
Why?
I'm in the sign industry. I travel all around the state on a weekly basis, and just based on people I've spoken to and the signs I see, I'm a sign guy, I know the signs, and the Trump signs probably outnumber the Harris signs 10-1 throughout the state. So, gut feel.
So, okay.
I have nothing to base that on, just gut feel. I'm really just trying to look at the policies, and I'm trying to ignore the personalities to a degree, but it's hard to.
How so? What do you mean by that?
Harris comes across as very likable, almost soft-spoken and relatable to the general public, where I think Trump comes off as just the opposite, but he gives people a sense of strength, okay, that they're craving, and I don't feel that they see that strength in Harris. I think it's very strange for me, somebody like me, to be middle of the road and can't make a decision, because you're either, as I see it, you're one side or the other. Yeah. So,
do you think that what you're saying, I'm going to be honest with you, as a man, it's like there's a machismo that he has, and you are interpreting that as strength, where you can have a quiet strength and be a very strong woman and still accomplish things?
Oh, agreed. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I mean, and that's honestly the thing about, I'll be honest with you, I voted for Trump the first time around. He turned me off a little bit this time around. So I'm a registered Republican, but I'm not the type of person who just votes Republican across the board. I've voted Democrat in the past. It bothers me because he's not strong silent. He's loud, egotistical.
That could mean weakness. That could mean...
It could be a cover-up behavior.
Overcompensating.
No,
wow, so you voted for him twice, but now he's turned you off and you don't know.
I don't know.
So goes the country. We don't know what's going to happen. Thank you. It's a pleasure meeting you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I don't know what this guy's on about. I don't really think she comes across that likable, if I'm being honest. Everything she says is a combination of buzzwords. There's no clear message. With Trump, alright, yeah, I guess I could understand why people don't like him, but at the same time, at least he's straight to the point. You know where he stands. So, anyway, let me know your thoughts down below, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace!